Ski Mask the Slump God exploded in the underground rap scene alongside X around 2016. They put out a bunch of SoundCloud hits that year, such as Take a Step Back, Rip Roach, I Love It When They Run, and Fuck. That was a year of distorted bangers that just caught everyone's attention in Florida. And their live shows were absolutely fucking insane. It wasn't until the next year in 2017 when Ski really distanced himself from X and began to put out bangers by himself. The Catch Me Outside era on Lyrical Lemonade was one to remember. If you're watching this video and you remember that era, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Also, if you're new, hit subscribe. He was a lyricist at a time where it wasn't really popular to be a lyricist, but he came in with that energy and unique flow that stood out from everyone else in 2017. Literally no one else had this sound in that year. But in late 2017, it was announced that Ski and X weren't really close anymore. He said he distanced himself from X because he wants his own distinguished brand. I always loved that alien looking N-word named XXX, but I have to distance myself because it's like nobody would see me as an individual rapper if I don't. On top of that, that N-word crazy as hell.
Ain't nobody fucking write my lyrics for me, bro. Nobody write my fucking lyrics. Nobody forces anybody to like the lyrics that I write. So nobody made me. I made my fucking self. You did that?
Announcement. If you want me to make music, tell Ski Mask to be my friend again. Tell Ski Mask to be my friend again, and I will make music. Tell him to be my friend again.
I'll always love that alien-looking nigga name, that sex. I have to distance myself because it's like nobody would see me as an individual.
Because around that time, X was kind of wild and doing controversial shit. But it's because he's going through a rough time. He had all this fame suddenly. I'm sure that puts a stress on anyone's relationships and personal life. He also posted a story saying, "This is a person who has before threatened my family, told me I was supposed to be sacrificed on some crazy shit. So no, I didn't just separate myself for no reason." Yeah, I remember this day. This was a very rough day. Everyone looked at X and Ski as like this duo that just loved each other and they had good energy in their old interviews and whatnot. It seemed like it was slowly falling apart because X was kind of going through shit and saying wild shit on the internet. X replied to this story saying it was a lack of appreciation on his end, not because of me, I guess just from a business perspective, but he put a business perspective before a personal friendship, and I've been with him as a friend and as a brother for a very long time. I mean, it's just on some other shit, to be honest. It's not on anything I've done wrong. I can't even say I've done anything to him, and I wouldn't go on the internet and express that if I didn't care about the relationship. But you already know how it goes. They use you to where they want to go and then part ways. And I've been used a lot if you haven't noticed. Clearly, X and Ski's relationship were not good at all. Baby Wipe was also another legendary song that Ski put out through Lyrical Lemonade's channel. That song is fucking unreal. Probably one of my favorite Ski Mask songs. Fast forward to 2018, Ski was putting out some singles here and there. But the hype for You Will Regret was fucking unreal. I remember everyone being like, drop You Will Regret. That's all people wanted. People just wanted a Ski project because he didn't drop anything for like 2 years, I believe. Then there was the legendary Rolling Loud performance, which I pulled up in an Uber and it was pouring down raining. And I was with like 2 friends and like my old manager. And we decided not to go because we all had camera equipment. Not knowing that that would be X's last performance at Rolling Loud ever. And I possibly could have met X and I never would have had another opportunity. I would have let my camera get fucking rained on all day if I would have known that that would have been my last chance to ever meet X. That performance was insane. I just remember there's clips going viral of how hype it was, and the crowd just singing all of X and Ski's songs, and seeing them reunite and become friends and hugging on stage was just such a good feeling after them having such a big falling out on Instagram and shit.
Yo, with the do-rag on. Yo, bro. I love you, bro.
I love you too, fam.
I love you, bro.
Clearly none of our business, but we'll never know what happened with their relationship and why it got rocky on the business side of things. That just happens to a lot of duos. I mean, right now, apparently the Migos are fucking breaking up. Ray Shrimmer's all weird now. These rap duos and trios just never work longer than like 5 to 8 years, I feel like. It just goes bad, business-wise, every time, especially if they start falling off or something. Tensions rise and people get fucking annoyed at each other. Then, sadly, of course, a month after that Rolling Loud performance, X passed away. And that was a shock to everyone because obviously no one expected some bullshit like that to happen. I remember hearing that X got shot when I was in Denny's in LA. And I was like, oh, it's probably a music video or it's just not real. Like, that's not true. I remember seeing the videos of him and I was just like completely fucking in shock. But then it became real when people were like, oh, he's in critical condition and it's not fake. Like, that's not a music video. It was a weird hour waiting to find out if X passed away or not. I think we all remember that feeling. He also put out Stokely, which was a banger of an album. I love the cover art of that, and it was just a complete success for Ski in every way, shape, or form. People were talking about it. Absolute banger of an album. There's barely any misses on it. It's a great project for Ski in that year. And then from then on, he only put out like some singles here and there. And then now about a year ago, last summer, he put out another mixtape called Sin City. I just wanted to talk about the current state of Ski's career, because I saw a very ignorant comment recently saying that Ski kind of fell off a little bit, which I would very much disagree with. There's so many young kids in this space now where they don't understand what falling off really means. Like, yes, obviously some projects, when you're in your prime and you're first blowing up, your project's going to sell really well and you're going to be gaining all these followers, like 1 million followers a fucking year and shit. I feel like Ski secured that cult fan base that not a lot of people have because of his associating with X at the beginning. It was such an era for these kids that I don't think Ski will ever actually fall off and be like a fucking designer or smoke perp or something. That'll never happen. He achieved the cult fan base is going to be around for 10 to 20 years. That's 100% a fact. If you disagree with that, I mean, we'll see. You'll probably be waiting for Ski to fall off in 5 to 10 years. He secured that cult fan base. He's always going to sell at least like 500 tickets at shows and shit. Fluctuation in followers and streaming numbers and YouTube views for an artist, that happens over the course of 5 to 10 years. You know what I mean? That's going to happen to any artist like this, especially when Ski has only put out one project since 2018. He only put out one project in 4 years. He hasn't been the most consistent. A lot of artists be dropping like 1 to 2 times a year, and that's when like their streaming numbers are fucking insane. Like Trippie Redd has like 20 million Spotify listeners because he fucking drops like twice a year, like 2 albums a year, because that man probably just wants his advances from his label. He's like, give me the fucking money, let's get it. There's differences in the output here. Ski doesn't put out that much music and he still has this cult fan base behind him. I've even seen like TikToks going viral of Ski songs and shit recently. It's still there. There's still people that are definitely interested in Ski Mask. He has the unique sound that someone needs, and he'll always sell tickets on tour. And I think him being a genuine ass motherfucker is a big reason why he's so successful, because whenever I've ever talked to Ski Mask, he's like the nicest person ever. He's even nice to my mom. He's nice to everyone. I've never seen Ski be mean to anyone. And there's a lot of rappers out there, I'm not gonna say names, but you know, some of them are fucking dicks. They act like they're the shit. He never had that vibe. Ever. Ever. Not once when I met him. Same with Juice WRLD. Same with Puya, Suicide Boys. Like, all these artists are just very genuine. And I think that's a big reason why they're so successful. And it shows in their music and their art. It's a common thing with rappers nowadays where they get to a point in their career where they just don't feel like being on the internet as much. And they're like superstars at this point and they just don't post anymore or don't put out as much music. We see so many artists do this. And I feel like Ski is in that point now where he just needed a little bit of a break and didn't want to put out an album every year. He just wanted to relax and collect himself. He probably went through a lot of mental issues with the X passing away too. Probably why he took off 2019 and 2020 pretty much. But I truly think Ski is one of the guys that came out in 2016, 2017 era that'll be around for another 5 years at least. And that's just my opinion. You know, you can comment down below what your opinion is, but I truly believe that. I just realized my headset is knotted up like a motherfucker. Holy shit. And you know who I think is the GOAT of this whole generation? Cole Bennett. Because without Cole Bennett, that whole era of 2017 to 2019 would have never existed. He collected all these random artists that he thought had potential, gifted like 20 to 50 careers over the course of 3 years. Cole Bennett is the fucking GOAT. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Fucking love you guys. Peace out.